Hello, this is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. Today I'm working on this wiring harness here. This harness is from the 1993 600 SL 129-540-7105. And of course these harnesses go bad and I'm rewiring this. So this is just like a work in progress. Just wanted to show what's going on here and just what it looks like basically. Yes, it is a process and a half rather, and some of the wires are already done. You can see they're all one color because once it's done you're never gonna need to go there again. It's going to be pretty much forever because these are military grade cables. They never fail. They can withstand direct flames actually, and all the junctions are all soldered, and then this is all going to be siliconed. It's going to be just one solid chunk of wiring, and yeah, that's what the original wires look like. Some of them are worse, some of them are better, because these wires, they would go inside this holder here, this piece of sort of a composite material. So obviously they're molded in, so I managed to cut it and more or less save it. And then I will have to actually put in some epoxy in there just to hold it together. Not like you really need this, but this is just a little extension that the wires pass through and go to the firewall, toward the firewall rather, in the back of the motor. So when the Mercedes logo goes here, it just ends here on top of this plastic piece. You can wrap the wires, it's just going to show a little bit, but whatever. I'm trying to keep this thing. I'm going to have to like modify it a little bit, but just saying, that's the cover piece. And it's a long process. Obviously it takes a while to do, and all the wires have to be checked out after all, but I do one wire at a time just to make sure there are no errors. These wires here, the entry points, that was sort of glued up together and sort of like epoxied, so you don't want to break that point, like the entry point here and this piece here. You don't want to damage the wires, because when you cut that covering you can break the wires, because as you can see they're all molded together, and that's the problem. Even in there the moisture can get in and change the reading slightly, not much but slightly. But again, all the others here, these are the injectors. You clearly see the condition is horrible. Well, of course I moved them around. Here they look a little better, here they look much better, but these are to be replaced. So this is basically just an introduction, if you will, just like showing what I'm doing here. And then when it's all said and done, then I'll make a final video of the finished product. Alright, so far so good. We'll move along. Okay, so start of another day, and yesterday I finished up with these 4 injectors and a couple of other wires, and today I want to finish all other injectors, and if I have some more time left then I will start wrapping this all up, because this whole harness has to also be installed in a tray, and all the lengths have to be proper, plus you have to seal up the main connector, you have to plaster weld the temperature sensors here, and wrap the harness right, put it in the holder, zip tie it, and again entry points, and that's important as well. So doing the rest of the injectors, hopefully I'll finish today with those at least. Alright, so here is another day, start of the other day morning. Yesterday I finished up the injectors, the rest of them, and today I'm going to do the power lines to the injectors. These are just wrapped up the wires. We have 2 thick lines here, and these are the power lines. So we have to use a thicker grade, and as you can see there's only 2 wires left here in the loom, and then we have to combine all of the wires from injectors into the power lines. This is a V12, so we have 2 power line junctions here, right there, 1 and 1. So 2 pins on the main plug, separate power supply to injectors, 6 and 6. So this is what we're gonna do next. Alright, and yes, this video is going to be very short, like little segments, but that took me almost all day to do because sometimes the pins break, the little pins for the injectors, and I have to replace them, and that takes time because it is what it is. So anyway, so we'll continue working on this. Okay, so another addition here, and just did the power lines here. Double check the diagram to make sure. Pin 16, 17 if I remember correctly. Check the wires fitment in the main connector, of course, because they have to fit right. As you can see, they do. Okay, and here we have a double wrap. So this is the solder, of course, and I'm going to wrap it with the blue wrap because original one was red and green wrap, I'm sorry. This one is the blue one, this is a red and blue, and this is a red and green. So we're going to put another wrap over this, and I'm going to, heat shrink wrap it. Just go a little over. Double wrap won't hurt. Just cut off the end and make it look like this because this is also double wrapped. After this, I'm going to finish up the connectors here that I have to deal with these new wires in there, of course, but sleeving and all that I have to work with. So I'm going to do that, seal the plugs, and then we're going to have to put all these wires in the tray. Okay, so I'm finishing up for today, and this is going to be a preliminary result. This is what the harness would look like. Now I'm testing here the fitment between the tray and the upper cover, because the upper cover has to go over and not to pinch any wires, so there's supposed to be space, and that's perfectly fine because the screws there, the bolts openings, and they're completely flush, so that is nice. This cover does not belong to this harness, it's just a test cover. Also the lengths at the front here and the overall length, this is not finished and this is not finished yet, but I also want to make sure that when it's all finished, set and done, the tray here lines up with this piece. So as you can see, that's how it is, it just screws in here, and we just want it to be lined up more or less. So that is what it looks like. Now we're going to cut the zip ties so we know that that's fine. I have to also do a little bit of clean up under the cover. So when you remove the cover, these are our cables here. Alright, so here is a finished product. Now, wire and harness from a 1993 600 SL 129-540-7105. Okay, so now it's all wrapped up. The plug is siliconed. There's no way the water can get in. Latch moves, obviously. All right. Now here we have the plastic tray, kind of like a plastic guide, just to make the harness look a little neater. So I saved the top piece. The bottom piece is all epoxied. Okay, so this is all epoxy just to hold the wires in place, because once it's inside the tray here, like this, right? So it sits nice and straight. There is also an attachment point here, but if I were to leave it hollow, then it would be way too fragile and it can break. Plus the wires will be sloppy. Alright, so these are the wires, some extra lengths here and there, all injectors, lengths and everything preserved, all of them like that. A little name, that's the website I put in there. And that is all that. And in the beginning here, this is the front of the harness. You have plugs here. These are the camshaft advanced solenoid, so roll down on those. You got the temperature connectors here, plastic welded and siliconed. and the other side. Now on the other side here, there are two plugs that are similar, these two, and you can make a mistake, although one is longer, one is shorter, but still, nonetheless, I marked it camshaft advance, temperature sensor plug, and the coolant temperature sensor for the cluster connector, and this is the temperature sensor for the HVAC. This is for the main ECUs, 1-in-1, 2 banks, and then this one is for HVAC, and this is the instrument cluster gauge, the temperature gauge. So that is the wiring situation. Now we also want to check with the tray going over. So here I have a cover. This cover is going to go onto the tray, on top of the tray like this, and as you can see, it fits excellent. There is absolutely nothing that pulls this plastic away, and the end piece here, the extension here, that is also nice and tight, as you can see it, very nice, and then the last bolt will hold it. So this is all good to go. That's how they are. That's the way they're supposed to be. Two lines going out just like the original harness, and over here, as we can see, siliconed entry point and the sleeve to go over. Doesn't matter how it looks in there as long as it's sealed. And just to compare it with the factory harness, the very original harness, let me zoom out a little bit. All right, so this is untouched factory harness, as you can see it. That's the extension here, injectors and all. That's what it looks like. These are the wires here. This one probably will be a little tight because original epoxy is still on it. Yeah, I'm not gonna remove it, but it's sealed over here. Two lines come out just like mine, and to compare the two, basically don't see a difference really. Just pretty much as factory as we can have it to have. This is a complete rebuild, so you know, it took 4 days or 5 days already. I don't even know. I lost count on this already, because if you want to make it look nice, that's how it's supposed to be. The wire lengths are exact. Original sleevings are present, so it's going to be hard to say if the harness was ever replaced or not. But that's why I left all the wires exposed. Like, well, I mean, they're all exposed, but I didn't tape them over, so you can clearly see that all the wires are new here. Whereas in here, you clearly see the deterioration and damages on the wiring, the cracking going on under the tape, right? So same thing here. If we cover this up, yep, it goes over. That's how it looks. This cover does not belong to this harness. This is just a test cover. And yeah, so I guess that would be all for me. One more fitment of this cover to go over. Same exact way. Fits right over, no problems. Nothing is being pinched, nothing is being tied too tight or anything. Everything is nice. So all of it is good. Alright, so basically that will be all. Yes, it's a very long job. It's a very I don't know how to explain it. This is tedious, you know. You gotta double check. You know, it is what it is. But again, to make it nice, you spend all these hours. But this is like as factory as you can get it, and it looks nice. Everything is soldered, heat shrink wrap, siliconed, soldered there, soldered here, soldered in there. Everything is soldered. Nothing twisted, nothing turned together. So these are soldered as well, and so forth. So you know, it is what it is. So it's a big process. It's a long process. These stickers can be cut off. I just put them on for the installation purposes. Injectors, you can't mix them anymore because they come out the tray opening, so you can't, unless if you kind of like mix these two, the ones in the back. But again, this is going to be too short and this is going to become too long. So just saying. No, I'm not going to even do it. I mean, this is self-explanatory. Now, the only thing is that there is a rubber, there is a plastic pipe that goes over here. It clips into this holder, so that you kind of have to be careful with, because if you rip the holder up, you can break the pipe. It's a plastic pipe that goes to the PCV system. So it goes out, and it comes out from here, from the beginning, and it just goes over to the area of first cylinder. Cylinder number 1 sits around here, right? So this is where the pipe goes, right into the intake manifold. It's like a square 90-degree bent rubber grommet. That's where the pipe goes in. So, and because the tray has clips that holds the pipe, see, there are 2 clips here, there are 2 clips here, so you can damage it. So very easy. Gotta be very easy removing it. And the same for the installation. You gotta like guide it all around, lay it down, and the tray will sit on like tabs, metal tabs with the thread under, so you can screw in the bolts from the top. And yeah, just get the hose nice and straight, clip it in, lay it down, and you put the cover on. I mean, you know, obviously connect all your injectors and everything. You put the cover on. When you were this, put the bolt in there, hold it down, feed these wires, whatever. And obviously you would want to do it when it's a little warmer, because the wires will be slightly more pliable. They're pliable, all right, but they will be even more pliable. Well, I guess I covered everything with this repair. Yeah, it's going to be a long video, but this is going to be a final part. So, 2 thumbs up. Victor here, restoreyourmercedes.com. Thank you for watching.